Um, Hello, this video is about the raw vegan diet, and a friend just sent me a video or a little message, so I thought I'd respond to it. And she showed me a picture of her nails, and she said there was something. I couldn't really see exactly what was happening, but it seemed like she believed there was something up with her nails, and that she was maybe a bit concerned that she would need to eat something else. And concerned that it might have been a mineral deficiency. So I'm not sure if you can see my nails. Now I couldn't really see anything. I'm still waiting for her to tell me what's wrong with her nails. But um, as far as I'm concerned, your nails grow stronger and healthier. You know, the healthier you are, and it's not a big deal anyway. But I do think my nails are different on this kind of diet, and it's nice when you're out swimming all the time in the ocean in Thailand or whatever, your nails get really clean and it's nice. But the first thing that I would say is there is no need to jump to a conclusion that if something is wrong with your nails or whatever, that means you have any kind of deficiency. That doesn't really mean anything, and it could be a whole number of things. So if you want to look into it and find out if you've got a mineral deficiency, you can. The chances if you have a mineral deficiency on any diet are unbelievably low. Um, there isn't a significant worry in the world about mineral deficiencies in the Western world. So when people are on the really really terrible diet with very little nutrition, they don't they don't get mineral deficiencies. They're not bothered about that. And so why in the healthiest diet would you get a mineral deficiency? And people kind of point out that, well, maybe fruit's not got as much minerals as vegetables or some other foods. Well, not really telling you not to eat vegetables, but what are the other foods that are high in minerals? Like apart from vegetables. Do you know what I mean? Like this diet is not depriving you of the highest source of minerals. If you want a high source of minerals, you just don't need a high source of minerals. They're not that important. I mean, they're important, but they're basically in food. They're in all the fruits, all the vegetables, all the nuts, all the seeds, all everything. So, firstly, you've got to realize that the chance of having a mineral deficiency is very low. Um, Whether the symptom of a mineral deficiency, if you did have it, would be something to do with your nails, I'm not sure. I don't have the answer to that. And you might find information online that might be kind of quackish information, by which I mean unscientific, unproven, kind of made up information that'll say stuff like, if your nails have got this, you've got a mineral deficiency. If your hair's like this, if your eyes do this, if you feel this, you've got this or that deficiency. These are all part probably of a funnel to sell you some kind of supplement or some kind of product. Um, they are unlikely to be actual diagnostic indicators that would be used by your doctor or a nutritionist or whatever. A lot of the alternative health movement have these different things, looking in people's eyes, maybe looking at their hands. I'm not sure what other, like different allergy tests and things like that. Kinesthesiology tests that are meant to try and be an indication of different deficiencies. And to me, it's just a business model. They have a diagnostic tool. They come back to you with a diagnosis, and they come back to you with the prescription, and that prescription is something they're selling to you, conveniently, which they have to sell. So that I don't really agree with. Now, if I was to experience some not deficiency, if I was to experience some symptom of something, my initial reaction would probably not be mineral deficiency. And my initial reaction would probably not be, I need to eat a lot of greens. And my initial reaction would not be any of that stuff. I'd probably look at other things going on in my life. Are you experiencing stress? Are you having any other issues in your life? What's your environment like? All sorts of things. I would consider all sorts of things. And I would only ever be concerned about a mineral deficiency if I was maybe diagnosed with one, if I went to a doctor and said I had some problems, and the doctor did some tests and said, oh yeah, you're low in XYZ. But a mineral deficiency, if you did have one, would not necessarily be an indication that there was not enough in your diet. And this is what happens with women, for example, that are low in iron. Their diet is not low in iron, but the body's not absorbing the iron, and there is some evidence to suggest that some of the dairy products are stopping the absorption of iron in some situations. We have people that eat a diet of, a meat and dairy and everything diet that get B12 deficiency. Not because it's not B12 in their diet, but because they're not absorbing it or utilizing it. We have people that have problems with their bones, osteoporosis and different things like that. They've got plenty of calcium in their diet, but it's either not being used, or the acids in the diet kind of counteract it. So there's things like that go on. So when we see these situations happen with people, it's not really that there's not enough in the diet. It's almost never that. It's almost never that. And we don't see a lot of dietary deficiency going on. And our body can adapt to, very small amounts of things and much less than we truly need. People are not eating enough vitamin C in general. People are not eating enough potassium in general. But they don't show signs of potassium deficiency, vitamin C deficiency, or anything else. Their body is able to adapt to it. Now, I believe that the fear and worry around these deficiencies is completely down to the supplement industry. And from my experience with people long term on a raw vegan diet, I'm not saying that no one's ever had any kind of health issue, but a mineral deficiency is not something I've seen come up again and again. In fact, basically ever. I've never really seen that. I do think maybe B12 can be something that people are concerned about and can have an issue with. And I think maybe vitamin D if people are not getting enough sunlight. But all the other vitamins are easily covered. The minerals, there should be no problem covering these on a raw vegan diet. So, and the other thing is, I would suggest that you have issue with your nails. You would think more about protein, probably. And that would maybe go back to, that's more so about how much you're eating. Now, you're definitely making sure you're eating enough. Are you eating enough fruit? Honestly, if someone was having some felt there was a deficiency issue, I would tell them to focus on fruit, not eat vegetables or seaweed or something else like that. No, just go on fruit then. Why? Because your body absorbs fruit much better. This is really important. Your digestive system is designed for fruit, principally leafy greens as well, but principally fruit. So we absorb it so much better. We can easily adapt. I mean, I've been on fruit for about 4 months, fruit alone, mangoes alone. So yeah. Um, so I would always just think about the other aspects of your life, like how are you feeling? How are you? What else is going on? You know, what's making you focus on your nails? What's making you concerned about it? Um, and if you're really concerned, you could get a blood test or something to see if and ask specifically if you think you've got deficiency. Maybe you've looked into information. Maybe someone's told you you've got a deficiency of something. Well, you can go and check that if you like. I wouldn't worry about it. So yeah, I would say don't worry. Anyway, thank you for watching. And yeah, there is nothing special to eat out there. There is no special magic food that has all the everything in it. You know, there's no superfood that's going to give you everything. This is stuff we all would like to believe, but superfoods are just like, you know, that. That is your superfood, and we shouldn't. And that is your superfood. You know, and we shouldn't disregard that. That is a superfood. You know, we just maybe we want it to be something else. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching.